Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the LSU Tigers taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Tigers' return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. LSU quick to the line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff.
Off he goes. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have its first possession of the game. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Open runway ahead. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. They're going to run it. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll go with a direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can shed people off. What a great job. Smelling the end zone and getting in.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Buying some time. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Defense getting a boost from this crowd on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that.
Oh, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking to throw, it's Shamanic. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Got it set up on the outside. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up the decision for this coach. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Averill. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. He uncorks one deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field, because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Wants to throw. It's Averill. Gets open down the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will take it in. Touchdown Longhorns! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
He's going to take off. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. LSU right back to the line.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Watts. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense in hurry-up mode. On second down, wants to throw. Makes a connection. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Off the play fake on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Here comes the hurry up. To the air, it's Shimonic. He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And they tacked on the extra point. An 84-yard drive there. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And that's a really good job on the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but he didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Looking to throw it again. Going for it all. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking for a man. It's Shamani. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Gets away from one. He's got space. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in the league, Dave, if I were allowed to put that push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On third down, going up top. Fires toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On fourth down, going to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Shamani. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Forced out of the pocket. The quarterback scrambled around with the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar there. Touchdown LSU! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fair catch, called for and made. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man by himself. Can anyone catch it? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Back to throw, it's Averill. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Texas. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Texas offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Shakes off the tackle. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll try the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Snap it to the back. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's the give off the left side. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The back goes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Oh, look out, there he goes! Touchdown, Longhorn! And that one will put them up here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20. A pickup of 5. LSU quick to the line. Back to throw, it's Shamanik. Using the quick game. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watts. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his position.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. The offense coughs it up. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Off the play fake. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Illinois is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 28 over the Pandas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Might as well give it to him again.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to the left. At the 40, there he goes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give. Oh, he just flat ran over him. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Power football with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down.
Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Looking to throw, it's Shamanik. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Got it past the marker. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions.
He's off to the races. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage pass.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. He'll pull it down. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play. Moves to change for the 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The jet sweep pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been.